Hello. Can we just talk for a minute? Forget the usual YouTube stuff. I want to ask you something, honestly. Do you ever get that feeling? Perhaps it comes to you late at night, or on a quiet Sunday afternoon. It's that feeling of, what am I actually doing now? You've run the race. The career, the mortgage, the family. You have done what you were meant to do. And now there's this quiet, this space. And in that space, there's a question. What is the point of the next chapter? If you feel that, even just a little bit, then I am glad you are here. Because I have been thinking about that feeling a lot. And I stumbled across a few ideas that have really helped me make sense of it. It's a hard feeling to put your finger on, isn't it? It's not sadness exactly. It's more of a hollowness, an aimlessness. I was reading a book by a psychiatrist named Viktor Frankl. Now, this man survived Auschwitz, so he knew a thing or two about finding a reason to keep going. And he gave this feeling a name. He called it the existential vacuum. The minute I read that phrase, something just clicked. An existential vacuum. That is it. It's the void left behind when the purposes that drove you for 20 or 30 years, your job title, your role as a parent to your young children, start to fade away. Frankl's point was not that this is a bad thing. He saw it as life's way of asking you a direct question. Not a test, just a simple question. Okay, that chapter is done. What do you want this next one to be about? It is a profound, if unsettling, moment to find yourself in. So, if that is the question, how on earth do you even start to answer it? It feels huge. This is where another great thinker, Carl Jung, has been a really helpful guide for me. Jung had this brilliant idea about the two halves of life. He said the morning of life is all about building your ego, your place in the outside world. It is about succeeding on society's terms. But the afternoon of life, he said, is governed by a completely different set of rules. The goal is no longer to expand outwards, but to journey inwards. He called this journey individuation. Now, forget the fancy word. All it really means is this. It is finally getting to know the person who has been behind the wheel all these years. Meeting all the parts of you that you had to put on a shelf to be a responsible adult. Your creative side, your quiet side, your wild side. It is not about becoming a better person. It is about becoming a whole person. And does that not just sound far more interesting? More real? But let's be honest. The idea of a great inner journey can definitely sound exhausting. Like yet another project. One more thing to achieve. And this is where the third voice, Alan Watts, brings such a sense of relief to it all. If you told Watts you were going on a quest to find your new purpose, he'd no doubt chuckle and tell you to stop trying so hard. His whole philosophy was about letting go. He would say that we get so attached to our old stories. I am a manager. I am a parent. I am successful. We get so attached to these labels that we are terrified to let them go. We think that story is us. Watts would say that is just a costume you have been wearing. And you can't put on a new set of clothes until you take the old ones off. His advice, really, is to just stop. Stop searching so desperately. Sit in that quiet that you have earned. Take the time to see what is actually there when you are not trying to be somebody. The purpose does not need to be found. It often just emerges when you finally give it the space to do so. So, I do not know if any of that helps, but for me, it pieces together a little like this. Frankl gives us the name for the ache we are feeling, so we know we are not crazy. Jung gives us a direction of travel. Not out, but in. And Watts gives us permission to take our time, to breathe, and to not turn this into another stressful item on our to-do list. This is not about finding one single, grand purpose to write on a plaque. Maybe it is about finding smaller, more authentic meanings. In a conversation, in a quiet walk through the park, in learning something new just for the pure joy of it. I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts on this. Please drop a comment below. I read them all, and I think this is a conversation worth having. Thanks for just sitting with me for a bit. If you enjoyed this kind of chat, maybe consider subscribing. We will be doing more of it. All right. Take it easy.